Naruto's side characters have been considered the best in shonen, or that could have been their title if they weren't all forgotten. All of you probably heard the opinion Rock Lee would have been a perfect and better main character than Naruto himself, and there's not a lot of side characters that can be considered a better main character than the main character himself. They all had potential to be the main character at some point, and that's pretty rare to say. Many people are still invested with Neji's viewpoint of destiny. Rock Lee's hard work versus natural-born talent should have been explored more. Hinata should have had more screen time working things out with her cousin Neji, fixing their own clan's issues. All Naruto's side characters had so much more to show to us than what was given to us in reality. Kankuro is still a mystery character in some ways. Why was he so interested in possessing Sasori's puppets? What was his inspiration of becoming a puppet master to begin with? What I love about Kishimoto's writing the most, he tried to give all of his side characters their own arc. Jiraiya's arc about traveling the world and understanding how this world works and how to fix it. Kakashi's arc, how to keep moving forward with a smile on your face, knowing everything that you loved and cared for is gone, but it's still possible to keep living on. Pain's arc, accepting there needs to be a great difference and change for humankind, and its society needs to understand war needs to end. Itachi's arc, about sacrificing everything to protect that one person that you love so much, that had nothing to do with the situation that was always there in front of you. Shikamaru's arc, how to learn from your mistakes and strategize your future movements to accomplish the next mission, and to understand it's okay to mess up and to learn and grow as a person. Tsunade's arc, losing the most dear people to you will eventually break you completely, and you will naturally feel like it's okay to give up hope. What I'm saying is Kishimoto gave you so much screen time with the other characters where it's okay to watch the show for them only and not for Naruto Uzumaki. Because if I'm being completely honest, I love Pain's story arc and Jiraiya's story arc way more than I ever did with Naruto's. Probably because as much as I love Naruto as a main character, I don't connect with him the most, and that's fine. Other series like My Hero Academia, I can't say all their side characters had potential to be the main character for its own series, besides Todoroki of course. Naruto's side characters felt different. They all felt like they all could have been the main character at some point, and you would be okay with that. I wouldn't mind Rock Lee being the main character, or even Kakashi and Neji, but what I'm saying, they would make great main characters if the story was focusing on them more. So Naruto's side characters is an idea of what could have been for them. I can't give you this deep dialogue of what could be there for Neji, Hyuga, since there was nothing there to explore after the Chunin exams. There's not a lot of material that I can think of besides working out his clan's issues. Besides that, that's all there is for Neji. But shonen manga has this issue of introducing us great side characters, but they never finish their story arcs. Not every shonen has this issue, of course, but some out there like Naruto and Dragon Ball with Tien and Yamcha being important characters in the original Dragon Ball series, but in Z, they get no love. Rock Lee and Neji, they are just there existing in Shippuden. The same issue. Hinata should have had her own character arc for people to care more about her. I personally believe there's a lot of unfinished storytelling between Hinata and Neji's life, and like I said, the writing is there for the characters, but their story never finished. Rock Lee's story arc technically did end in the Chunin exams, but there's still a lot more of what could have been for Lee. Just because I can't think of anything at the moment, that doesn't mean other people don't have ideas. I'm sure they do. Naruto as a series had so many damn good characters that could have been there with a better story than Naruto or Sasuke. Things that could really understand and get behind more than just two main characters. But sadly, every Naruto fan has to deal with this. So if his story arc was interesting and was beautifully well told about a student who failed his master and put the guilt behind himself, learned from his mistakes and got his justice as he wanted it, then Kishimoto could have done this with anyone. Like, I think for a fact, Rock Lee and Neji had way more interesting lives than Shikamaru did in part 1. So how did a character that was set up to be lazy, but had an IQ over 200, but still had no traumatizing backstory like Rock Lee or Neji, but Shikamaru still ended up with a longer story arc than theirs? Even though Rock Lee and Neji had more of a struggle in the original series than Shikamaru did, it makes you wonder how did their story arcs didn't go further than what they did. Shikamaru is a character everyone loves, but from the writing of part 1, he wasn't set up for anything. Clearly Neji was, because of his viewpoint about destiny and death and how life works, yet that was not explored a whole lot at all. But it's something that we could have explored more. I personally believe Naruto is not the best written in his own universe, and you can argue the side characters all could have outshined Naruto as a main character. if they were all given the right focus in Shippuden. So my thoughts on shonen as a company: don't give us side characters with great potential if you have no future plans for them. If you're going to control the manga creator 24/7, then don't set us up with great side characters with potential, then lead us on and don't do anything with them. Apparently Kishimoto wanted to give the side characters their own ninja mission arc, like the Land of Waves with Team 7, but he was told to create the Chunin exams and introduce everyone all at once. Even though the Chunin exams was a huge success for both Naruto and Mamashi Kishimoto, the idea of everyone getting their own screen time, of going on ninja missions, developing them slowly, still really intrigues me. But sadly, it's just another idea of what could have been for Naruto as a series. Alright guys, I am D-Lux, subscribe if you want, and stay ninja weird. And what do you think? Do you think the side characters were better written than Naruto Uzumaki himself? Let me know. And Sasuke. Bye. And stay ninja weird.